Then additionally, the transit assignment. There is some what I explained previously is the highway assignment. And if the public transport route planning and the network assignment was conducted, will be conducted, so the transit assignment shall be introduced. This page showing the differences between the highway assignment and the transit assignment. Then for the transit assignment, so for each road network showing these pages, each public transport information shall be recorded as the transit network information. It is better to show in this figure. For example, yes, and this is part of the Makati. I'm not sure. However, for example, the transit network, including which section they pass. Stop. And such kind of information also shall be introduced for the transit assignment. Of course, in Metro Manila, a huge number of transport public PUV routes be there. And the operation and service information is very limited. So in that case, in the transit network, for example, what kind of vehicle type and the frequency and the travel speed, such kind of information shall be introduced for the transit network. However, it is very difficult in the Metro Manila. So it is better. I need to prepare some tentative one, which is developed by the RMEC, and for the past studies are tentatively developed. However, it is better to understand if then there is no actual public transport information in these cities. So the more detailed transit network assignment was impossible to conduct. Then this figure showing the transit assignment result, utilizing the OD matrix in 2024 and the traffic assign and utilizing the existing transit network information and the passenger demand information and how their public transport service, including the PUV, jeepney, and LRT, MRT are used. And as just the rough calibrations of the assignment information, then the estimated passenger volumes by their mass rapid transit routes, including the LRT1, LRT2, MRT3, and the EDSA BRT. Ridership information is estimated by the transit assignment and compared with the actual statistical data. And you can see then generally the traffic volumes of each line seems to be similar value. So the transit, this model seems to be reasonable. However, to improve the accuracy of the model and station level ridership data, for example, how much passengers are on board and arrived at the Dr. Santos, Roosevelt, and EDSA, and Calocan, and such kind of information also shall be collected and compared with the transit assignment result. And now currently, I have LRT1's informations, and I'm asking with the MRT2 and MRT3 information is also to the rail department of the DOTr. Then finally, I showing the potential implications of the LPTRP utilizing the public transport assignment result. This figure showing the transit assignment result of the number in this line is the passenger volume by the two direction per days. Then the figure showing the which section is busy by the public transport and not is mentioned. And as the limitations, yes, from the utilizing this figure, for example, this area is mainly operated by the nearly 150,000 passenger per day per two directions. According to this transport density, for example, again, I showing such kind of summary tables. According to the estimated passenger transport density, and which travel modes can be applicable. Also showing this table, for example, tricycle, the limitations. If the passenger demand is served by the tricycle only, then the 5,000 passenger of the transport density is a limitation. If the jeepney, the 20,000 is a limit, and the minibus 40,000 is a limit, and large buses and 100,000 has a limit. Such kind of the capacity of each travel mode, including the road-based and rail-based, can be prepared. Then, according to this result, of course, in these sections, the MRT line 8 is proposed, and this proposal is very reasonable because the current passenger demand is highly exceed the 100,000. So it is a little bit difficult to handle by the road-based public transport. So the early implementation is the critical issues. However, as the limitations, and the MUSEP database is a metropolitan level demand forecasting database. It is based on the 1% sample size of the HIS more than 10 years before. So that it's a little bit seems to be risky for LGU level demand analysis. So then that if you utilize such kind of methodology, careful calibration. For example, in this is Metro Manila stage, there are several heavy passenger demand sections. It is better to recommend to conduct the traffic count survey, including the traffic volumes and the riderships. So from this result, the traffic assignment result and the traffic count result shall be compared, and the calibrations also will be conducted. And on the other hand, in the current industrial status in Metro Manila, Mega Manila, PUV operators are very sensitive about the passenger demand. It means highly related to the fare revenue of the operators. Instead of the demand collecting the demand informations, collecting the operational characteristics, which as I proposed in the previous meetings, LTFRB prepared some of the fixed form of the interview survey, and the collecting the past operators' information is much more reasonable, and maybe the alternative for the route plannings. Then as I mentioned, and the MMDA has conducted the annual average daily traffic in the measure point annually, and they publish the information in their website. And if this information is reliable, so I suppose you can update the traffic demand forecasting model by yourself also. However, I found that the 2070 Mega GCR follow-up study, we have also conducted this traffic survey in the several similar points, including the radial road 10, C1, C2, C4, C5. And if it is this result is compared with the MMDA's data, for example, in the ELSA, traffic volume is nearly twice of the JICA's traffic survey. And more, and for other area is also showing that nearly twice. And in 2014, the value is 3 times, sometimes in 3 times. And EDSA, traffic volume of EDSA is increasing, more increasing. And more unbelievably, so the traffic volume of T5 is showing the similar value. But I'm not sure. As they really conduct a traffic survey or not? I'm not sure that how the MMDA conducts collects the traffic volumes along this area. But however, at this situation, at this moment, it's a little bit dangerous to use this traffic volume information unless they provide the methodology how to collect the traffic volume. Then the future network, and yes, of course, not only for the current estimations, the future traffic assignment also shall be implemented. So that I prepared some of the future network for the referring the proposed railway project, including the planned one and the actually ongoing one. And the future road project also shall be reflected. Then this one showing the transit assignment result for the as of 2035. So I'm not sure the accuracy of the result. However, the MRT line 3, which is the capacity expansion, is also planned. And the traffic showing the very high passenger volumes. And compared with this MRT line 3, then the traffic volume Mega Manila subway is not so good. But the headway is also just 8 minutes for the peak hour. So the traffic volume can't be expected anymore from the traffic assignment parameter. Then if you selecting the LRT line 1 southern extension, sorry, some parts Japanese is included. For example, the targeting the LRT line 1 extension, we have conducted the traffic highway assignment is also there, and I conducted the traffic assignment for the with LRT line 1 extension case and without LRT line 1 extensions. And you can see if the LRT line 1 extension was not conducted in 2035, then the traffic congestions along the corridor is more severe, more congested. Then from this information, so all traffic volumes in the Mega Manila area can be estimated like this. For example, PCU per kilometer and PCU per hour and average travel speed and the average volume per capacity. And in the total vehicle kilometers, including by the travel modes, including the jeepney, PUV, motorcycle, car, tricycle, right, can be compared from the with LRT line 1 case and without LRT line 1 cases. extension cases. Then if the LRT line 1 extension was not conducted, not implemented, the traffic congestion along the corridor is more severe. So there are more people, trip makers will make a longer trip to avoid the congestions. From this result, so according to this VKT, vehicle kilometer per vehicle type, so the CO2 emission in terms of the transport field can be estimated. Then the differences in the CO2 emissions between the with project and without project case represents the CO2 reduction attributable to the project, attributable to the project. So that is the viewpoint. So that I am there as a necessary data for the calculation of the CO2 emission reductions. I am asking to the DOTr railway department about the operating distance of the MRT LRT line 1, line 1, line 2, MRT line 3, and the energy consumptions and the station-based ridership data also. And I'm also collecting the latest official emission factors for the vehicle types, and which is also applicable for to calculate the CO2 emissions, which is to study the applicability of JCM for the mass rapid transit project in emerging countries. So not only for about these lectures, I'm very welcome about the availability of such kind of informations. This part is also asked to the DOTr railway department. I'm much more interested in the vehicle emission factors, which is officially or unofficially used for the CO2 emission estimations in the Mega Manila area. Okay, very long presentations. Thank you so much for kind attentions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Futuse, for that very comprehensive discussion for our session 6 for our capacity building. So on your screen is the QR code for the feedback form. So just a reminder to everyone that we will be certificates will be based on the feedback forms received. So please fill them in. Okay. And while some of you are answering the feedback form, maybe we give like 5 to 10 minutes for some questions and clarifications in for the discussion in our capacity building. So if you have any questions, you may type in the chat box or you may unmute and ask them away. All right. Anyone? Any questions?